to give the commencement speech here at Greenport High School. I would like to thank the Board of Education members, Principal Kalish, Ms. Denizio, and Mrs. Peterson for this great opportunity. It's great to be back here. I attended Greenport High School over 20 years ago. Time really does fly. I'm now a dad with family and children of my own. Class of 2016. Wow, you guys weren't even born when I graduated. Man, I feel old. Class of 2016, you've made your parents very proud. Your parents raised you right if you are graduating today. Let's give it up for your parents for supporting you. Look at them, they're so proud. Yeah, they probably can't wait for you to leave home. They probably have plans for your rooms. Seriously. Your bags are probably already packed. No, they love you. And hopefully your families will continue to be a source of stability and encouragement as you continue on life's journey. As I look at you, I think of how nervous I was, not knowing what was to come. Don't be scared. If you make the right choices, everything will be fine. Stay away from bad things and bad people. Be a leader. Make new friends and hang out with people who are like-minded, who have similar goals as you. Graduating high school is a very important milestone. It shows that you have been focused on achieving this goal, and you have reached a level of maturity that's required to be out on your own and become productive members of society. The real world is hard, and everywhere things are getting more and more expensive. The cost of living is very high, and now money doesn't go as far as it used to. I remember my go-to meal in college, ramen noodles. And if I had a little extra change, it was hamburger helper. I ate so much of that stuff because it was cheap. Or maybe a cheese sandwich, because if there was meat on it, it would cost more, so I just ate cheese. And I love getting those care packages. You're gonna love those too. Anyway, you have a hard road ahead. So keep the same level of focus that you had up until this point and move straight forward with it. An important part of growth after graduation is having a mentor. I was lucky to have great mentors in my life, like my mom, Miss Shelby, who has been a very important member of the community and a very strong person. Mom, stand up, hold the door. I would also like to thank my childhood dentist, Dr. Kondak, Dr. Claire, and my high school teacher, and Dr. Feldbaum, a really good friend. Wonderful people who had personal interest in my well-being and always offered words of encouragement. Make sure you have an open mind when a person who has been successful in life tries to give you words of encouragement. I would like to give you some words of encouragement and wisdom now, to get you ready for the next phase of your life. The world you are entering is becoming more and more globalized. In order to compete in this globalized world for jobs, you have to be educated. A college degree is a very essential part of it. It's not just a piece of paper, because you can go home and print a degree right now. It'll be much cheaper. This is a quest for personal growth and knowledge, a journey that will put you in a better position to get a good job, start a business, or invent something useful. You need a basis for anything you want to do in life, and knowledge is that basis. Again, I didn't want this speech to be about money, but knowledge doesn't come cheap. College is very expensive. Hopefully you excelled academically in your time here, or you was an exceptional athlete, and you got a scholarship to go to college. How many of you got full or partial scholarships to college? Very good, very good. Give me my hand, give me my hand. Let's also give a round of applause to your teachers and coaches who had a hand in your success. If you didn't get a scholarship, there is still hope. I stand before you today with 2 masters and a doctorate. I wasn't valedictorian of my high school, and I was not picked most likely to succeed. I don't come from a rich family either, but I was able to do it with support from my family, and by believing in myself, and a little bit of luck too. You have to be willing to bet on yourself, and I don't mean go to Las Vegas or Atlantic City and gamble away your tuition money. No, I mean you should have enough pride and belief in your own ability and work ethic to be able to borrow the money for school and be confident you'll be able to repay the loan. Let me give you some perspective. The university I got my degree from, NYU. Anybody going to NYU? All right, great. Good for you. NYU cost me $55,000 in my first year, and I was fortunate to earn a $25,000 scholarship, partially annually. By the time I graduated, it rose to $65,000 a year. Today, it's over $100,000 per year, and that's just tuition. That doesn't include room and board. Remember ramen noodles? Yeah. So if you're going to work hard to achieve your goals, then bet on yourself and go for it. Don't go to college to party or waste your opportunity and your parents' money, or accumulate student loan debt. Because when you graduate, the banks are going to ask for that money. Remember, that refund check that you blew on spring break, or that hoopty car, or that Louis Vuitton bag, yeah, they will want that money back right away. So leave here with a sense of purpose. I didn't party at all in college. I threw some of the best high school house parties, but I didn't party at all in college. And I went to school in Manhattan, New York City. You have to be disciplined and focused on your goal. Don't half-step. In other words, don't be timid or afraid to go after what you want out of life. Don't be afraid of failure. You learn more from your mistakes and you grow as a person if you keep an open mind. Be bold, bet on yourself, and get it done. My mom always says to me, plan your work and work your plan. That's what got me through all those years of school. My final thought for you, class of 2016, is metaphysical in nature. It goes like this. There is power in positive thinking. In my 40 years of life, I have met a lot of people, and the overwhelming majority of people I have met who think negatively have negative things happen to them. Your minds are like magnets, and they will attract to you the things that you think about, negative or positive. It's a very real thing. You have one last homework exercise to do when you get home, after all the graduation parties are over. And you will be graded on it. I want you to mentally plan out how you want the next 10 years of your life, how you want it to go. Write it down on a piece of paper, whatever, on your cell phone, email it to yourself. List the times and dates that you want things to happen. If you want to get married and have kids, write it down. If it's money you want, write down a number. And also write down what you will do to attain that money and how you will get it. I did just this, and everything I wrote down happened, just as I wrote it down on the paper. And it happened because my mind was in tune with what I wanted out of life. And I put the work in that was necessary to achieve the goals that I wrote down on the paper. I still have that paper to this day, and I can show any of you. It works. This exercise trains your subconscious magnet to attract out of life the things that you want. Okay, I would like to say in closing, if you have any questions, any advice, if you need any advice, I will make my email available to any of you who ask for it. I will also tell you books that I've read that helped me when things didn't go as planned, because you will have adversity. Use the skills and lessons that you learned here at Greenport. Apply yourself. Impose your will on your life. Do your best and work hard, and everything will work out for you. Congratulations, class of 2016, and good luck.
And now for our first student address.